One of the key fundamentals of the subconscious mind is that it actually speaks in the language of imagery. Now, this imagery only needs to flash for a split second for it to have a drastic effect on the mind. Now, I have two examples of where you would have experienced this at some point. The first one, have you ever been scrolling through Instagram or TikTok and you've come across a magician video where they tell you to pick a card while they do that and they all flip down? Most of the time, the card that you pick is the one that they say you picked. Now, why is that? That's because whether it's through manipulating the video through editing or something they do in the moment, they are showing that particular number for a very, very split second longer. And that is enough for your mind to absorb it a very, very split second longer, thus making it the one that you pick. Another example, have you ever been walking somewhere? Maybe you've walked into a room and a jumper is hung up on a door or something like that, and you've not even fully registered what it is, but your mind is like, oh my God, there's a demon or a robber or something. That very, very split second of noticing this thing has your mind immediately associating it with something else that it isn't before you've even consciously analyzed what it is. The reason being, your subconscious mind speaks in the language of imagery. So you seeing that is being subconsciously absorbed faster than you're consciously absorbing it, making up a whole story. You go, oh shit, and realize, oh, actually it's just a jumper or it's just some trousers or whatever. This is because the subconscious mind speaks in the language of imagery, and even those very, very fractions of a second can make a drastic difference. Now, why am I yapping on about that and trying to explain this? Well, this is because I'm advocating just how powerful a vision board can truly be. Now, a vision board does not necessarily need to be something that you have on your wall and you're staring at it all day longer than you're looking at your phone, for example. Even just a split second of noticing it is enough. This means you could make a digital vision board and have it as your lock screen. You could have a little vision board that you just slightly put maybe above your office computer or something like that. This could be something that you have on your ceiling so that when you wake up, you see it. Does not need to be something that is always there, but having some form of vision board, because of your subconscious mind working in that language of imagery, can be so exceptionally powerful. So what do I recommend? Well, create one. But what does a vision board actually have to entail for it to be effective? Well, anything that you want to experience. I do urge that these things that you place on your vision board be in alignment with what you want as specifically as possible. You know, if you want loads of money, I would advocate, if you're in the UK, putting a picture of loads of pound coins or UK notes as opposed to dollars, for example. Be specific with the outcome as specifically as possible. Let me give you an example of my own. I am in a band. I'm the lead vocalist for a band. On my vision board, initially, there was a photo of a band doing a show. But that was from the perspective of being someone in the crowd. Every time I looked at it, and it took a while for me to even notice that I was doing this because of the power of imagery, but every time I looked at it, I thought, wow, it would be so cool to be them. Because the perspective was from a crowd, so I was taking that in as looking at this band. So I shifted up my vision board to be the other way, and I took a photo of the band's perspective looking out at the crowd, and this made it so much easier for me to go, this is my truth, this is my calling, this is my passion, I am in this band doing this show. So when it comes to making your vision board, I would honestly recommend you be as specific as you could possibly get it. Yes, you may not have the exact details of the house or may not be able to find the exact details of the house, but if you know that you want a garage just to the left and you want a bay window, for example, try and find a house that has that as the imagery as opposed to just some house. You want your mind to absorb the story as though you have it of the thing as specific to what you want as possible. If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to drop me a like and a comment to let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to click that bell icon. And if you are tired of going from person to person to person, video to video to video, seeming to get nowhere in your manifestation, then it is time that you get some tailored help specifically to your situation, which I'm happy to do. So once you've watched this video, head down to the comment section or the description, because there you'll find the links to my website, where I offer tons of services to help you specifically with your situation at such affordable prices. If you truly want your desire, you owe it to yourself to at least take a look. But for now, let's get back to this video. But when it comes to actually designing the vision board, there is no right way. Make it as pleasant for your eye as possible. So you're not going to be looking at it going, oh, that's kind of ugly, I don't like this, I don't like that. Make it pleasant for your imagery so you can just absorb it. Have it however you want to have it, but just make sure that the images are as close to what you wish to have as possible, and you place it somewhere that you will see it fairly regularly. Now, like I say, it does not have to be that you sit there staring at it all day, every day, as though nothing else exists. But having it there where you'll just quickly see it will be enough to continuously represent this to your subconscious mind to say, this is my life, this is my life, this is my life, this is my life. And from a conscious standpoint, it may be even a good way of saying, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I'm working towards, this is what I'm working towards. So it's such an exceptionally powerful tool with such minimal work required. You spend 10, 15 minutes making it, and then it's there adding power to your manifestation constantly. Now, mine, I'm very fortunate in that Katie is extremely creative and talented with design. So all of my vision boards are done by her, and they are so nice. We used to have a service for it. So if you are interested in her making you your own vision board based on the things that you want, let me know and I can maybe bring it back. But whenever I've made my own vision boards, they've still been very effective just by placing images like overlapping each other, because I have the creative skill of a flea. But this is why I think you should absolutely make one. It takes no time at all to make one, and it's going to be constantly adding power to your manifestation. If you've got photos of you and your person, even better. If not, just put yourself all happy and love hearts and affirmations around it to say that you're in a relationship, for example. You have complete free reign as long as whatever you are doing on that board shows that you have what you want. It can be on your phone screen. Could be something that you put on your the background of your desktop, for example. It could be something that you put on a wall. As long as you see it regularly, it's going to have such drastic effects on your manifestation. So this is why I'm here today advocating this vision board idea. Vision boards have been around for a very, very, very long time, but I've not really personally spoke about them also for a very, very, very long time. So I wanted to refresh that today. You would be a fool not to do a vision board, because it takes no time at all, and it's doing the work subconsciously. And what I mean by that is you're not actively putting yourself in the state, but by having it there, it's going to be doing it for you. Think of it like passive income for your manifestation. It's going on in the background, you don't even notice it, you're not even doing anything consciously, but it racks up. But that is it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, let me know. But for now, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.